stop silly. Harry blasted Outrage as having his cake and eat it over challenging Home Office. Prince Harry has been warned he should stop trying to have his cake and eat it too over his family's security as the Duke of Sussex challenges the Home Office. Royal commentator Richard Eden claimed Prince Harry was aware the consequences of stepping down as a working member of the royal family included losing his and Meghan Markle's security. Former Royal Protection Officer Ken Wharfe suggested however Prince Harry did not expect he would be refused after asking the Home Office to provide him with additional security when he returns to the UK with his family. Palace Confidential presenter Joe Elvin asked, "I think Harry's argument is that his birthright puts him in danger of this threat. And his bodyguards won't be able to do a proper job without the necessary intelligence from our security teams. So that seems fair, right?" Mr. Eden replied, "Well, we understand that, but so did he when he decided to give up his royal duties where that came as part of it. He moved to America to earn a lot of money and it was made very clear to him at the time that would involve giving up your security and now you have to pay for it yourself. So he really is trying to have his cake and eat it at the expense of hard-pressed taxpayers in Britain." Ms. Elvin then asked Mr. Wharfe, who served as Princess Diana and her children's former protection, "Do you have a view on the way he should have approached this?" Mr. Wharfe replied, "What he should have done, I mean he knows the system. Well, he's got a lot of contacts still within Buckingham Palace that could have made those contacts with Scotland Yard to arrange for a liaison officer that would work in conjunction with his protection team even before they left America to make sure that the transfer from the airport to wherever he's gonna live in the United Kingdom now. If that happened, we probably wouldn't be discussing that now because it would have been in place and everything would have worked, but to make this request at relatively short notice and without any warning, threatening this legal action, I think has confused himself. So he really is trying to have his cake and eat it at the expense of hard-pressed taxpayers in Britain. I don't think he expected this would happen. He thought that putting down a bucket full of cash would solve the problem. No, it doesn't work like that because you know this is a state-funded option. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's £18 million Spotify podcasts are to be taken into the streaming giant's own hands after little content emerged. The company are hiring a number of in-house producers to help deliver on the deal after waiting more than a year for any material. They are recruiting new staff to work with Harry and Meghan's Archul Audio in Los Angeles for podcasts that feature the voices of high-profile women. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's only effort so far for Spotify has been a 35-minute holiday special in December 2020. The couple's lack of material comes despite the Sussexes employing podcast producer Rebecca Sarnes as their head of audio at Archul last year. A source told The Sun, Spotify has been waiting a long time for some content from Harry and Meghan and now it appears they have finally taken matters into their own hands. Hiring a raft of in-house talent on Spotify's side will ensure they finally squeeze something out of them as they bid to honor their contract. It comes after a media lawyer suggested Harry and Meghan may not receive the full £18 million from their contract with the streaming service. Speaking last month, media lawyer Ian Penman, who specializes in music streaming contracts, speculated that the venture is likely to have been less popular than Spotify and the royal couple expected. He said, "It would not be an unfair assumption that perhaps their popularity was not as great as maybe they or indeed Spotify initially felt. I think you could draw a conclusion that if Spotify haven't exercised the option on the next episode of the podcast, then maybe they did not have the popularity that either Meghan and Harry expected or indeed Spotify anticipated.